Assalamualaikum and a good day to all. We are here to present about excessive noise and control strategies in textile industry. Our group member is Fazli, Shahmi, Daniel, Prichayon, Nasrun, Najib, and Zhang Zize. Noise definition. Noise is defined as an unwanted sound which can cause the annoyance and or hearing problems, and it can be from occupational and or non-occupational sources. Noise-induced hearing loss (NIHL) is an occupational hazard especially faced by textile workers as the machines they are operating emitted high levels of sound. It can lead to hearing impairment resulting from the exposure to the loud sound. Noise can affect the human health or can cause hearing loss disability. There are around 466 million of people have hearing loss disability according to World Health Organization (WHO). There are two types of injury to the inner ear: temporary threshold shift (TTS) and permanent threshold shift (PTS). TTS injury can resolve after a period of time, while PTS can cause hearing impairment.
First issue. The issue that often happens when it comes to occupational noise pollution in industry is psychological effects and physical damage, including irritability, lost concentration, and anxiety. Then the background. According to one of published literatures, the textile workers in India suffered from the occupational hearing loss based on qualitative study. Then they control by using a computer to lowering down the noise emission level. So the importance of the research can contribute knowledge in occupational noise exposure management, setting environmental or occupational noise limits, and achieve the SDG 8 by promoting a productive employment. The objective of this assessment is to identify the source, impact, and control measures in textile industries among different countries.
So one of the source of noise in textile industry was generated by machine that involves along the manufacturing line, which is from obtaining the basic raw materials up until the final product. When there is machine, there is motor that been used, and when there is motors, there will be gears that been used to operate the machine. So the clattering of these gears will generate noise that can affect the occupants inside the building if been exposed in a long period of time. The increase of speeds of the machines indicating the higher production and efficiency resulting in increase of sound level in the industry. And the next is the sound being generated through transportation of materials or any final product within the factory, where it can be the usage of autonomous system or vehicles to bring the product from another section to another one. Plus, the packaging section also will generate sound that could affect the occupant's health later on. Next, we proceed to the legislation regarding the noise level within the industry. So as we can see on the left side is the range of noise level that typically generated in different departments within textile industry, while the right one shows the acceptable noise level exposure towards occupant in based on occupational safety and health in United States of America. As we can see here, most of the typical noise level generated in textile industry is below the minimum acceptable range. It is different towards the occupational safety and health in Malaysia, where the acceptable noise level exposure towards occupant within the industry is 85 decibel.
Effect of noise pollution to human health. Based on a pyramid of health effect of noise from WHO, Noise pollution can be divided into 5 types, which are feeling discomfort, such as disturbance, annoyance, and sleep disturbance. Then, stress indicator, such as autonomous response and stress hormones. Next, risk factor. Noise pollution can affect our blood pressure, high cholesterol, blood clotting, and glucose. For disease such as insomnia and cardiovascular, last but not least is mortality. It contribute to 12,000 deaths. And according to WHO findings, noise is the second largest environmental cause of health problem, just after the impact of air pollution, which is a particulate matter.
General noise reduction strategy includes physical removing, replacing, engineering control by isolating the hazard and using personal protection equipment, and administrative control. In the textile industry, physical and substitution by replacing the noise hazard is unfeasible in short term, but its possibility in a further way since technology is still developing. Here are 3 ways of engineering control strategy to control and reduce the noise. First, properly maintain and replace parts for the equipment. Check and verify mechanical parts weekly, such as bearings, belts and gates. Second, reasonable placement of equipment. For example, avoid placing the noisy equipment nearby the wall. At the end, use some sound-absorbing wall between each department to reduce the noise spread.
The next part for the control measure is administrative control. With reference to OSHA, managers should first concern about the health of their workers. Secondly, they need to educate and improve workers' attention towards noise pollution. Next, they need to identify the hazard of noise pollution. Last but not least, the manager should be concerned about the opinion of workers for noise control to improve noise problem in textile industry. The last control measure is higher management control. Higher management control is divided into 2 parts. The first is factory management level, and the second one is local national authority level. For the first part, factory management level, the controls are hearing conservation program, which is to prevention and control of hearing loss after being exposed to higher than 85 decibel. Secondly, periodically check and maintain mechanical measures and install quieter equipment. Third is by mandatory the use of personal protection equipment in workplace. For the second part, which is local national authority level, the first measure is concentrate on noise monitoring and engineering modification, occupational safety policies. Secondly, concentrate on providing NIHL education towards workers and periodic audiometric assessment. Last but not least, undergo hearing threshold shift follow-up evaluation.
For the conclusion, the noise level inside a covering plant of textile factory was experimentally measured and developed a noise propagation pattern. Since the noise level was well above the action level of noise exposure, quality of the noise was analyzed in order to design a noise control system. Further, a combined use of different sound absorbent material, it was shown that passive noise control approach has a greater horizons in noise control without going for hybrid noise control approach. For the recommendation, noise protection device like muffler or silencer be provided to the worker during working hour to protect their ears from the effect of high noise intensity. Second, noise insulting enclosure be provided at the working place to reduce the noise level. Third, reducing the speed of rotating and moving part of the machine would result the smooth of operation and would reduce the noise output. Lastly, by reducing the friction between rotating part, sliding or moving part in the mechanical system obviously result in smooth operation and decrease the noise output. Similarly, by reducing the flow resistance in fluid distribution system result less noise produced. That's all from us. Thank you for your time.